It is early March, and we are driving our Tesla Model X Long Range Plus to Bozeman, Montana. We have charged our car to 100%, and it shows a rated range of 373 miles. I've put in our destination, and Tesla's energy prediction is showing our arrival in Bozeman with 18% left in the pack. I wish this prediction were true, but I know better. Our car is sitting in our garage at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't think the car has a clue as to how cold it is outside. And I expect that the prediction is based mostly on the previous drive and temperature it is sensing while sitting in the garage. It will readjust this prediction once we get underway. Bozeman is 253 miles from our home. The roads will be dry, but the early morning temperatures will be around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold temperatures will reduce our range, so even though our car has an EPA rated range of 370 miles, we won't be able to drive the entire distance without stopping to charge. Well, it didn't take too long before Tesla Navigator realized that we can't make it to Bozeman, so it has now added a Supercharger stop in West Yellowstone. We are now about 90 miles into the trip, and we have used about 44% of the battery pack. Tesla is now predicting that we will arrive at the Supercharger with 31% left in the pack. The temperature has dropped to minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and as we get closer to West Yellowstone, the car has started to precondition the pack so that it will charge faster. This will use some energy to heat the pack, and now Tesla is predicting that we will have 25% when we arrive. So here we are in West Yellowstone. Wow, lots of snow here. This is a winter town by anyone's measure. Well, it looks like the visitors are getting ready to head into Yellowstone, either by snowmobile or snow coach. Check out the snowblower. And up ahead, check out the snow coach. It has low-pressure fat tires for over-snow use on the groomed pack trails of Yellowstone.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
The West Yellowstone Supercharger is an 8-stall, 150 kilowatt station. It is located near the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. It looks like we're going to be the only one charging here this morning. Okay. It is 5 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and we are getting 137 kilowatts with a 25% state of charge in the battery pack. Now let's calculate the 100% range of this car, given the winter conditions that we have driven for the previous 3 hours. We used 75% of the battery pack, drove nearly 170 miles, and averaged around 60 miles per hour. That comes out at 226 miles, which is about only 61% of the EPA rated range. This is pretty much what I expected, and the main reason why I hope that Tesla will offer a larger battery pack in the future. And Tesla says that we can leave for Bozeman after charging for about 15 minutes, but we don't plan to charge in Bozeman. We're going to add enough energy in order to make it back here to charge on our way home. We currently have a 76% state of charge, and Tesla estimates that we would have 6% left of the pack by the time we returned. We will stick around for a bit longer to give us more of a cushion for our return trip. The temperatures will warm up a lot by afternoon, so that will be in our favor. We plan on leaving when we reach about 82%. I don't normally cut it this close, but there's a Supercharger at Big Sky in case I need it on a return. Well, we've made it to our destination. We're going to make this a one-stop trip because of the pandemic. I'm here to pick up a new Cannondale gravel bike that I've had my eye on for quite a while. We're on our way home now, and this has been a beautiful drive, and it even includes a small section of road in Yellowstone. The temperatures have risen to around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and Tesla is predicting our arrival at the West Yellowstone Supercharger with 23% left in the pack. West Yellowstone is a small town with less than 2,000 residents. It is one of the main entrances to Yellowstone National Park, with lots of lodging and other resources for visitors. I don't know if you noticed that the price of gas here is $2.67 a gallon. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess I've lost track. What a difference between this morning when the temperature was 5 degrees Fahrenheit and this afternoon when the temperature is 40 degrees. We will get a lot better range at these warmer temperatures, so I won't need anywhere near as much cushion as I would if it was a lot colder. There's a visitor center just there on the left. I don't know if it's open in the winter. And back again to the Supercharger. Those of you who follow my channel know that I recently installed Starlink Internet. I just dropped my Dish Network TV and signed up for YouTube TV. The Tesla YouTube app can be used to watch YouTube TV. I usually prefer to go for a walk or take a short nap during my charging sessions, but there might be times when it'll come in handy. Just across from the Supercharger here is the Gray Wolf Inn. And kind of getting an interesting show here. They've got some people out there clearing snow off the roof. And as you can see, the guy chopping away there, it's almost up to his shoulders. They're using a saw to slice down through the drift, and then they'll move it off in big chunks. We have charged to 74%, and that gives us a 24% buffer for our trip home, so it's time to hit the road. Well, we made it back home with 20% remaining in the battery pack. We used 52.6 kilowatt hours, and that leg of our trip was 167 miles. Now let's estimate 100% range of this car given the winter conditions we have driven for the previous 3 hours on our return trip. We used 54% of the battery pack, drove nearly 170 miles, and averaged around 60 miles per hour. That comes out to 309 miles, which is 83% of the EPA rated range. What a huge difference that temperature makes in winter range. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video of our little trip to Bozeman to pick up a brand new electric bike. It's my first electric bike, and it seems like one of the slippery slopes that all of us Tesla owners have is starting out with an electric car eventually leads to other electric things. I hope to post some future videos about my experience with getting an electric bike, so stay tuned for that. So if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up If you're in the market for a new Tesla and you'd like to use my referral link, you can find it down below. That'll give each of us 1,000 free Supercharger miles, and that would be greatly appreciated. So stay tuned for future videos about my experiences with Starlink, Tesla, and of course, my new electric bike. So as always, be safe and be kind, and I hope to see you in the next video.